Hey everyone, I hope that you have had a fantastic Friday. For those of you that are tuning in this evening, and for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, I hope that you are having a fantastic start to your day and that you're looking forward to the weekend starting. So as you jump onto tonight's session, I would love to know where you are listening in from. It's always really interesting to see how far and wide-reaching these sessions are. So, what are your dreams and what are you doing to make them real? Now, at the start of every year, everyone has the New Year's resolutions. However, because they haven't gone through the right process of actually knowing why they want to start doing or stop doing whatever their resolution is, it doesn't end up happening, or it doesn't actually get sustained for a significant amount of time. So your dreams need to have certain attributes attached to them so that you'll actually make them happen and not just be things that you say. So what attributes do your dreams need to have specifically so that you'll actually make them happen? So that instead of you saying, oh, I wish I could do this, you actually get to turn around and say, I actually did this. I actually made this happen. It always will come back to your why. Why do you want to change that aspect of your life? Why do you want to develop that good habit? Why do you want to eliminate that bad habit? Why do you want to put that routine into your day? Why do you want to do those things that you're setting out to do? So why do you want to quit smoking? Why do you want to travel? Why do you want to own your own home? Why do you want that particular job? Why do you want to do that course? And the question comes back to, how much does it mean to you? How important is it to you that actually happens? How important is it to you that you actually quit smoking? How important is it to you that you actually go through the process of getting your home? How important is it to you that you actually do travel and see the world and meet your Facebook friends that live on the other side of the world? If your why is not strong enough, if it's not powerful enough, if it doesn't really mean anything to you at your core, you're going to find excuses, reasons why you can't, reasons why you shouldn't. You know, I'm watching Friends on Netflix from the very beginning. And there was an episode where, not Rachel, Monica was trying to get Chandler to exercise. And it was 6:30 on a Sunday. And Chandler was able to do his, crazy, evil psychology that he does, and made Monica not exercise and instead just sleep on the couch and wallow. So if you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen. And whether you're making something good happen or you're making something bad happen, if you want it enough, it's going to happen. If you want to get up early because you want to get things done before you go to work, because you know at the end of your workday you're exhausted and you know you're not going to do those things after work. You need to really have that deep core and that deep sense of why. Why is it so important that you do a morning routine? Why is it so important that you get everything done before work? And only if your why is strong enough, only if it means enough to you, will you actually make the changes that you need to make. And whether that's going to bed earlier, or whether that is doing a meditation that conks you out and makes you go into a very deep sleep and allows you to wake up with energy before your alarm clock. You know the things that need to be done for your dreams to come into reality. For some of you, it's working out, and you need that accountability buddy. You need someone to let down, to disappoint, because we don't actually like letting people down. We don't actually like disappointing people. So if there's someone to let down, if there's someone to disappoint, if there's someone that is going to rock up at the gym expecting to do a workout with you, you have to show up. You have to be there. Because if you cancel the gym session with some excuse, you are going to feel so crappy. And you could potentially lose that person as a friend. So knowing that someone is expecting you to be somewhere allows you to not make any excuses. You get your gym bag ready the night before. You have your gym clothes ready to go. You've got everything that you need for your workout ready to go. And you just get it done. It's the same with any aspect of your life. Going to bed earlier, reading books, doing meditations, being more productive. You need someone to be accountable to. Someone that is going to check in with you. Someone who is going to keep you focused and keep you going. Someone who's going to set a deadline for you and keep pushing you towards that deadline and not letting you fail, not allowing you to disappoint yourself and not allowing you to disappoint them. For some of you, that's going to be a life coach. For some of you, that's going to be a business coach. And the thing is, a lot of people will have a life coach and a lot of people will have a business coach, because there's certain things that you just want advice on your life. And the things that your life coach wants you to do doesn't really impact on your business and can't really be implemented into your business. Whereas a business coach, they're usually numbers and analytics and logics, and there's a lot of things that apply to business that don't apply to life. So it's quite a good idea to have a life coach and a business coach, and to be checking in with them on a regular basis. When it comes to changing an aspect of your life, you really need to ask yourself, why do I need to change this aspect of my life? Is this aspect not serving you? It's not making you happy. It's not making you healthy. It's not bringing you joy. It's not making you content, and it's not fulfilling you. So you might be sitting there and you could binge watch a whole show on Netflix, but then you feel guilty when you look around your house or you look at your to-do list and you're like, oh, I got nothing done today, and oh, I've got so much more to do tomorrow. Why was watching that show on Netflix so much more important than your to-do list? So it's all about priorities. It's all about what matters to you. So when you're watching that television show or you're watching that movie, you're wanting to escape. You're wanting to de-stress. You're wanting to take time out. Now, depending on what you're watching, you might actually be learning something. So depending on what you're watching on Netflix, it might be educational and it might be something that you can implement into your life. But if it's just filling in time and wasting the hours, then I would say to you that you don't value your to-do list. You don't value the things on your to-do list. Now, one of two things need to happen with your to-do list. You need to rearrange it so that you're actually willing and prepared to do everything on the to-do list. Or you need to delegate things out to other people. So you might need to delegate things out to your partner. You might need to delegate things out to your children. You might need to delegate the house chores to a cleaner. You might need to delegate the cooking and the meal prep to a chef. You might need to delegate the weeding and clearing the gutters to a gardener. It's all about your priorities and what really matters to you. And procrastination is one of the biggest reasons why you don't manifest your dreams into reality. There's so many other things you could be doing. So yesterday, I had a nap. And yesterday, I wasn't really that productive. So today, I knew that today I had to get things done because I didn't want to waste 2 days. It was okay to waste 1 day, but I don't like wasting 2 days. So I got up, I emptied my car out of all the rubbish, I filled the car with all my trash and treasure items, and I went to my local op shop and I got rid of it all. Came back home, I did another run, got rid of all that, and I was able to do the inventory for Matt's Scentsy stuff. So he's got his spreadsheet and he knows all of the Scentsy stock that he has. And then I did my Flavorista spreadsheet, so I know all of the inventory I have going into the market on Sunday. And it was incredibly productive. And, you know, looking at the bedroom and everything's organized, and looking at the lounge room and it's organized and it's not as cluttered as it was at the start of the day, I really feel quite accomplished because I know how much this weekend means to me. I know how much the market means to me, and being successful at the market and having everything that I need for the market to be a success. So that is how you need to feel about your to-do list. It has to matter to you. It has to be important enough for you to get it done. And it might be that you have to reorganize it. It might be that some of your tasks get done in the morning and some of your tasks have to get done of an evening. I know some people really are night owls. Matt is a night owl. So for you, you can get a lot of things done of a night time. Like, you've got a lot of energy of a night time and you aren't actually tired until 1, 2, or 3 in the morning. So you might need to do your to-do list of an evening, because that's when you have the most energy and that's when, you know, you can actually get things done. And if you're like me, you're an early bird. You're quite happy getting up at 5:30 and you're quite happy going to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock at the latest. So you might be that person that really important tasks get done in the morning before work, and not so important tasks get done of an evening. And certain tasks on your to-do list, certain things that you want to bring into reality, you know how long it takes you. For some of you, your vacuuming takes like 5 to 15 minutes and mopping takes 10 minutes. So you might find that if you create certain times for certain tasks, that you can actually get them done. And the tasks that take the most amount of time, they get done when you have the most amount of energy. And the tasks that don't require a lot of time, they're done when you have a little bit of energy, because they're not going to tax you or overwhelm you. And that's the same with bringing your dreams into reality. Every dream has a task list. Every dream has a to-do list to bring it into reality. And it's all about figuring out what needs to be done when. Are there certain things on your dream to-do list that get done during the week, and other tasks that get done on the weekend? And it's all about that delegating. Are there things that you do during the week and your partner does on the weekend, or vice versa? Are there things that you do during the week and your kids do on the weekend, vice versa? Are there things that you outsource during the week or you outsource on the weekend, vice versa? And what happens is when you start putting that step-by-step to-do list together, when you start forming that construct of this is really important, this really matters to me, and this isn't so important, doesn't really matter to me, you'll be able to figure out what tasks you are willing, prepared, and able to do happily because they really mean something to you and they really matter. And you'll be able to identify, okay, I need to delegate these tasks out to someone else. That is why I clean my stepmom's house every fortnight, because my stepmom hates doing the chores and she pays me to do the chores, which is helping us get to America. But I know that she hates doing the chores. I know that she happily loves coming home from work to a neat, tidy, and beautiful clean house. And I have my moments where I love to clean. I have my moments where cleaning is quite therapeutic for me. And then I have other moments that I'm like, ugh, can someone else just do the chores for me? Ugh. And you're going to have those moments too with your own chores that it's like, ugh, can someone else take the kids to school? Like, I'll pick them up from school, but can someone else just drop them off at school? Or the other way around. You might be quite happy to drop them off at school, but I have to go pick the kids up from school and deal with everyone else picking the kids up from school. And so there are certain things that you actually need to consider delegating out to other people, because what you'll find is there are tasks that you love doing to bring your dreams into reality, and the tasks that you love, other people couldn't think of anything worse, and vice versa. There are things that you hate to do that you know will bring your dreams into reality, that someone else, that's their jam. They love doing that. VAs, virtual assistants, people who are mobile and, you know, they book appointments or they deal with customer complaints or they manage your website. You know, they love doing that. It makes them so happy. Whereas like admin for you is like, oh, if I have to look at another Excel spreadsheet, oh my God, if I have to deal with another report, like you might need to delegate things out. Your dreams are worth bringing into reality. They're worth being more than just dreams. They're worth being aspects of your life. But you have to figure out the things that you are willing to do the work and the things that you need to delegate out to someone else to do the work for you. And the thing that you're going to find is when you start doing the things you love to do to bring your dreams into reality, and you delegate the things that you don't love doing, you are actually going to find that you give so much better time and care and consideration into things that you love, and you'll find that you get better results. I remember listening to an episode of Eric Worre's, and I can't remember who he was interviewing, but he decided to hire someone to mow the lawns. And he figured out that Eric doing the lawns himself was costing him $500 an hour. And hiring someone to do the lawns was only costing him $50 an hour. And what he worked out was, in the 1 hour that he would be mowing the lawns and whippersnippering and making the lawns all pretty, in that hour, he could have been doing a Zoom presentation. He could have met someone at a cafe and done a face-to-face presentation. He could have made 10 phone calls and got, 5 people to join his team. He could have done an hour's worth of training with his downline to help them recruit. He could have, done training for the network marketing community. So he wanted people to really realize the cost of them not working on their business, the cost of not building up your bricks and mortar business, the cost of not building up your network marketing business. What is the real cost of you doing the house chores as opposed to collaborating with someone so that, you know, their customers come into your bricks and mortar business and your bricks and mortar clients go into their bricks and mortar business? Or you help someone with their network marketing business and they help you with your network marketing business. So when it comes to delegating out things, you want to delegate out the things that don't bring you joy. You don't actually have fun doing those things. They don't actually make you content or fulfilled. You dread them. It's just like, oh my gosh. And you start making like every excuse you can think of. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. Oh, I'll do it tomorrow. And tomorrow becomes next week, next month, and then, you know. So I want you to really sit down and really map out every aspect of your day, from the minute you wake up to the minute you go to bed. What does your day look like? Getting up, having a shower, getting dressed, having breakfast, getting the kids ready for school or sports, getting your partner ready for work, grocery shopping, house cleaning, paying the bills, dropping the kids off, picking the kids up, taking them to sports, bringing them home from sports, getting dinner ready. What does your day look like? And really, as you start looking at the parts of your day, what parts make you happy and what parts do you dread? I was in Eric Worre's training this morning, and he was talking about morning routines. That was a commonality between all of the presenters over this week, that every single one of them has a morning routine, that they do a certain set of tasks that sets them up to have an epic day. Hey, Bradley. And I said, you know, I do my morning routine every day. I love it. And I had a few people like private messaging me saying, oh, tell me what your morning routine is. And for me, I wake up and I send out affirmations. I let universe tell me who I need to message and who I need to love on. And I do my power talk meditation. I absolutely love doing that. It sets me up for my day. I'm feeding into you. I'm helping you to believe and receive all those incredible things that I say about you. But I'm also believing and receiving those things for myself. And then I do my oracle card reading, which sets out my intentions for the day. And then I read a book for 10 minutes. At the moment, it's The Path of Least Resistance by Robert Fritz. And then I do Joe Dispenza's morning meditation and his pineal gland meditation. And then I have my breakfast and I get ready for my day. And depending on the day of the week, what my day looks like differs, because I work part-time and then I'm working on my network marketing business. So for me, my days are a little bit different, but that is my morning routine every single morning. And what that does is it allows me to have a day full of energy, because I've got my intentions, I've done my meditation, so my subconscious and my consciousness have had that little conversation with each other, they've had a little powwow, and I have fed into your day or your evening, so you are the empowered version of yourself. And I am learning, and when I read a book, I'm seeing the world from someone else's perspective. And that's the beauty of book reading. You're seeing the world from someone else's perspective, and it allows you to have a better understanding of your world and how you wish to live this life. So you need to decide what your morning routine looks like. You need to decide what your evening routine looks like. And you need to decide what your day looks like. You need to decide what things are you doing and what things is someone else doing. So, you know, my housemate and I, we're really good with the cats. So if I need to go out and about, Will look after the cats. And if Will needs to go out and about, I will look after the cats. You know, I've kind of adopted his cat, so I have 3 cats. I've already been told that, you know, I'm inheriting Nacho. Which, you know, he's your son, so I don't see why I'm inheriting him. Apparently I made him a Suki Lala. He's not, he just wants love. But you know what things you need to delegate out to other people. And, you know, there might be things that your neighbours do. Before Will moved in, my next door neighbours, I would put my bins out and they would bring our bins in. It was such an amazing thing. At first it kind of freaked me out, but then I realised, oh, they're just bringing my bins in when they bring their bins in. So you know what things in your life you can do because they make you really happy. Like, you actually like ironing shirts. I did that for Matt last week. His mother was like, you like ironing? And I'm like, yeah, I actually do. I really like ironing. So I ironed all Matt's shirts that have been sitting in a basket for like 18 months. But you know the things that you love to do. You know, you might love doing the gardening. That might be your therapy. But you don't like doing the house chores. And your partner, they might like doing the house chores. So you have that conversation. And you're like, honey, I'll do the gardening and you do the house chores. And like, okay, fair deal. So I really want you to map out your week. Really get down to the nitty-gritty. You wake up, and you know you wake up around the same time every day, and you know most nights you go to bed at the same time. So if you need to, go onto Google Calendar and map out your day in Google Calendar and put in your kids' sporting activities, or, you know, if they've got any tutors that come, and do the same with your partner. Put your partner's schedule in and figure out what things you can do, what things your partner can do, what things your kids can do. Now, if your kids are little kids, then, you know, that's a little bit harder. But if your kids are, you know, of an age where they can do things for themselves, then I would make them do certain things for themselves and start making them independent and preparing them for the day when they move out. And I remember a few months ago, I actually had to help one of my coach friends because she's like, how old do your kids need to be before they, you know, can start being responsible and helping around the house? And I said, 6. I was helping around the house when I was 8. Will's saying 6. So I think that there are certain tasks that kids can actually do by themselves. And as they get older, you can teach them how to do more things. Ty, my brother, there are certain dishes in the kitchen that he can now cook for himself, and my stepmom's just supervising. And then there's other things that she helps with. But there's certain dishes that he just makes for himself. He can make spaghetti bolognese for himself. He can make garlic bread for himself. He actually makes an incredible hollandaise sauce. So I think you need to have that conversation with your partner, and you even need to have that conversation with your kids if they're the right age, that, okay, moving forward, these are your chores for the week, and there might be rewards in place. They might get paid. So you're teaching them that they have to work for their money. Or, you know, they get to go somewhere or do something. You know, they're working towards things. So I really look forward to hearing what things you decide to do yourself and what things you actually choose to delegate out to someone else. And I would love for you to actually do a diary and review. So tomorrow's day 1, where everything changes. For those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, for those of you in the Northern Hemisphere, before you go to work today, you can even do this. or even on your lunch break, you can start, putting the wheels in motion and track what things are different. And I promise you, a month from now, as you do the things that you love to do and delegate the things you don't out to other people, I promise you, you're going to see changes. You're going to see changes in your skin. You're going to see changes in your body. You're going to see changes in your attitude and your behavior and your relationship with those around you. So I really look forward to those of you that reach out to me and tell me what an incredible difference delegating out things to people has made for you. So I hope that you got incredible value out of tonight's session and that you're going to be able to implement some of the tips from tonight. Now, as you know, I never pre-plan the next day's session, so I really do look forward to what Universe wants to share with you tomorrow. As always, I love that you take time out of your evening or time out of your day to spend it with me and that you got incredible value. As always, be safe, be well, much love.